There are rules that some of us started following before we even knew what was happening. Now, here's the thing. We never chose or scripted those rules. They were just what society expected of us, what we thought made us good men, and what was ingrained into us since birth. Here are 7 rules men over 40 should have broken sooner. Grind now, live later. We're all told that we need to work really hard, put money away, and save for the future, self sacrifice, and life can come later. But all you're really doing is deferring life. And then the goalposts shift, and you're constantly chasing life rather than living it. I found this. I worked my butt off since I was 15 years old. I was constantly working, not going out seeing my friends, not playing computer. No, I was working, putting money away, not spending money, trying to keep money. But here's the thing. Life then happened in a way that a washing machine breaks down. You need to pay for that. So you need to dip into your savings. Something else happens. There's a family holiday or all sorts of things. And you're always putting things off and putting things off and chasing life and chasing life. And life just never happens. So here's the thing. Break that rule. Start living your life. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't save money. You shouldn't be prepared for things in the future. But why are you constantly putting life off? This is the lie we're sold, that tomorrow is guaranteed. Let me tell you, no, it isn't. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed. Anything could happen between now and tomorrow. And then what? You've worked all your life struggling and putting everything off. And then the worst happens and you're not here to enjoy life anymore. That's just not good enough. You need to break this rule and start living life today. Putting women on a pedestal. Sorry, not just putting women on a pedestal, but putting your partner on a pedestal. Let's just say that. This sounds really good. Treat your partner with the utmost respect and put them on a pedestal above you. And what I found is that when I did that, when I was putting my partner, my women on pedestals, I was just automatically putting myself beneath them. Now, I'm not saying they should be beneath you either. You should be equal. No one is above the other. No one is lower than the other. You're supposed to be equal. Isn't that what we're told? That a relationship is about being on an equal footing and that you're equals. But then you're told, put women on a pedestal. But what really happens is they start to feel like you're not worthy of their affections and their love. And you start to feel like you're not worthy of their affections and their love. And it all comes crashing down. And this is what's happened to me so many times. And now I'm in a 6-year relationship where no one is above the other. We're equal and it works. And it's so much better because I don't feel like I'm chasing worthiness. She doesn't feel like I'm trying to catch up to her all the time. She walks beside me. She doesn't walk in front of me and she doesn't walk behind me. We walk side by side, hand in hand. And that's what I'm saying to you. Don't disrespect your woman or treat her like crap because that's not the way either. Just be fair, be equal. That's all you need. You don't need to chase a dream, chasing perfection all of the time. It's just not going to work. Don't rock the boat. So we're told, don't ask questions, don't rock the boat, just go with the flow. But really, all you're doing is stunting your own personal growth. Why shouldn't you challenge things that maybe you're not exactly happy with, that you're not on board with? You don't agree with that 100%. Then all you're doing is just living a life where you go along with everybody else's stuff and you're not happy. And this is where masculinity comes into it. And there's a lot of talk about toxic masculinity, but it's not toxic masculinity to ask questions, to question things that you don't necessarily agree with. Now, in my life, I used to go along with the flow, and again, this ties into relationships also. I used to go along with the flow, whatever makes her happy, we'll just go along with. But then I wasn't happy, and I didn't want to do half the stuff that they wanted to do. I would have rather they went out with their girlfriends and did that stuff, not have to bring me along, and I can do my own stuff. And then, yes, there should be time where we have time to do stuff together that we both enjoy. Ask questions, challenge norms. This is how we grow as people, as men. And when you're over 40, you start to feel like life's getting away from you. You should have broken that rule a lot sooner, probably in your 20s. Thinking about your needs is selfish. I really don't like that rule, okay? Thinking about your own needs is selfish. No, it isn't. You have needs. You're a man, you have needs, just like everybody has needs. And those needs should be satisfied, whether by yourself or by other people or whatever the case may be. But if you're always putting your own needs last above everybody else, again, you're not growing as a person. You're not creating happiness. And when you do get to live that life that you ground for years and years, you're going to be depressed. It's not going to be a life worth living or a life full of joy and happiness. It's going to be a life full of regret and misery and wishing that you'd have put your own needs first. So what I'm saying to you is, yes, think about everybody else and consider everybody else's needs and wants, but put your own first. The most important person in your life is you, unless you've got children. They come first, always. That is a rule you should stick to. Your children come first because they need nurture and their needs do come above yours. They're the only people who should ever be above you. Nobody else comes above you. All right? Remember that. Being uncomfortable means you're doing it wrong. This is one of the biggest lies we're sold in life. That if you're uncomfortable, then you must be doing something wrong. No, wrong. If you're uncomfortable, that's actually a good signal that you're making progress and you're moving forward. Because again, this all comes down to personal growth and development. Why should you sit there comfortable? If you're comfortable and content, then you're not learning and you're not growing and you're not developing. You should have it figured out by now. Just because you've turned 40 doesn't mean that you have all the answers. And if you did have all the answers, they would just lead to more questions anyway. So what the bloody hell are they talking about? You should have it all figured out by now. No, you shouldn't. Every single day is another opportunity for personal development, growth, and learning. Every day you should be learning. All right? Every single day. Don't get held back by staying in one job where there are no opportunities for you to grow and learn and develop. Yes, we've all had those jobs, those dead end jobs. And I'm not saying that they're worthless and that you should never do them. I'm just saying don't have that as the total aspiration of your life, is to get a job and just stay there comfortable. Always be learning. I've got a new job. I've been there a month. I'm a butcher. I'd never done it before. I've always kind of worked in customer service and mostly food retail throughout my life. I've done a couple of other things here and there, but they weren't really what I wanted to do. Food is my thing. And I'm having a great time learning new skills. I never knew how difficult it was to cut a sirloin steak or a strip loin steak. I never knew how difficult it was until I had to start doing it. And I'm still not very good at it, but I'm challenging myself to learn new things and keep learning new things all the time, every day. And that's what I wanted to say to you, is just challenge yourself. Keep challenging yourself to learn new things, to have new experiences. Don't get too complacent. Real men don't quit. This is the biggest lie that any man has ever been told. Real men don't quit. Real men don't cry. Real men don't have feelings. Real men aren't sensitive. This is the biggest crock of shit I have ever heard in my entire life. Okay? If something's hurting you, quit it. Addiction, a job, a relationship, a family. If it hurts you, if it makes you feel less in life, stop doing it. Start doing something that makes you feel better. Because ultimately, this ties into grind now, live later. All right. If you don't quit the grind, nothing is nothing is promised. Tomorrow isn't promised. Who knows if you're going to be here tomorrow? You could walk out and get hit by a car. I know that's quite morose, but and it's extremely rare, and it's probably not going to happen. but you just don't know. So why keep putting things off? Why stick to things that hurt you? Quit the things that hurt you and stick to the things that make you feel better about yourself and about your life. Those are 7 rules that I believe men over 40 should have quit or should have broken a lot sooner, possibly in their 20s, but definitely in their 30s, because there's nothing worse than being stuck and feeling stuck when you're 40. But here's the thing, you're not stuck, you're just confused because of the lies that you were sold. Let me know in the comments down below which one of these rules you broke sooner or which one you really want to break now.